For the Minecraft account community, there's very little that can ever come close to the popularity and infamy of Minecraft dupe accounts, instances where there are two or more Minecraft accounts with the same username. Over the better part of a decade, we've dedicated tens of thousands of hours to discovering, researching, cataloging, and testing on these rare anomalies, and they've become adored by millions. But this week, the era of dupes may be coming to an end. Mojang is slowly changing the dupe accounts one by one until there are none left. This is a day I hoped would never come, but I can't say I didn't expect it. The purge of Minecraft dupe accounts, the fall of some of the most interesting exhibits of Minecraft account history. This is a situation I've been worried about since the invalid purge back in May of 2020, and one I've been actively expecting for a few months now. But for those that haven't been keeping up with migration or account news, this might seem completely out of the blue. So in today's episode of Minecraft Uncovered, I want to go back to the root of it all and discuss how and why Minecraft's dupe accounts are disappearing forever. We could start the story as far back as 2016, when dupe accounts first started becoming a more common occurrence in the Minecraft scene, but I don't think that would do us much good. So let's instead start on May 4th of 2020, a day I've probably referenced a few hundred times at this point. For those that aren't aware, this was the day of the Unicode invalid purge, one of, if not the largest Minecraft username purge in the history of the game. Hundreds of accounts with invalid Unicode characters in the username were changed, including spaced usernames, an exclamation mark username, the $sign username, and any usernames that had been made invalid a few days earlier with the unisub exploit. This was an extremely frightening situation for members of the Minecraft account community. We expected the exploit names to be changed back, but if Mojang staff decided to change other invalid accounts just on a whim, what was to stop them from completely nuking all these unique names that break the system? Fortunately for us, they stopped early, leaving invalid accounts with dots or dashes still intact, and allowing dupes, 1 characters, 2 characters, and blocked names to escape their wrath. But this situation left a lasting impact on the Minecraft account community. Players were scared not just of searching out these glitches or trading accounts, but even of mentioning them in some cases out of fear that they would somehow be punished for it. I mean, invalids and dupe accounts had been changed in the past, like with the cases of Y-93 and Basil, but those were all one-off rare cases that only really happened when someone wasn't being very smart, like bragging about being unbannable or claiming the username on a hacked account. Name change waves like this had never really been a thing except for all the way back in May 2015 when Mojang blocked a bunch of inappropriate names, and it had been nearly 5 years since then. With Mojang making such a bold move, lots of players were worried about their own accounts and what could happen in the future. But this insane exploit and the purge that followed it was only the beginning of the insanity that would ensue throughout the rest of the year. May 12th of 2020, Minecraft cape codes are, as of yet, permanently disabled. June 12th, hundreds of demo accounts with duplicate or OG names are pseudo hard deleted, meaning they can only be seen as UUIDs and not normal accounts. Late July, Mojang goes on their first major lock wave in over a year, locking a pentacape and 3 2-character usernames. Late August, the lock wave continues with over 20 OG and cape accounts owned by Minecraft traders that call themselves Wolfgang, or Slime Gang, or something like that, I don't know because they've changed the name like 15 times. October 21st, Mojang announces their plans for a forced Microsoft migration after over a month of speculation. December 1st, Minecraft gets a completely new API that will forever change the Minecraft sniping scene, favoring gift code snipers over SFA snipers and putting the nail in the coffin for the former sniping monopoly of Cheerful.Ninja. And December 3rd, the new API accidentally allows for sniper dupe accounts and 13 known usernames are duplicated before being reverted a few days later. By the time 2021 rolled around, it was starting to look like the dust had settled. Mojang had fixed most of the glaring issues with their API and had stopped screwing around with the account community, presumably to focus on the much anticipated migration that would come in early 2021. And by early 2021 they meant mid-June, so I'm not sure if that counts, but hey, at least it happened. All was relatively okay until migration began, and then everything fell apart. Legacy accounts are still waiting to migrate, and some usernames, including OGs and semis, even got blocked after their owner migrated. Above all else though, one peculiar side effect of migration stood out from the rest. Duplicate accounts couldn't be migrated. After months of theories on how migration would work for special accounts like this, our friends that actually owned dupe accounts received the green light from Mojang, only to discover that after migrating the first of the dupe accounts, the other one would be stuck as an unmigrated Mojang account until the end of migration in a few years, after which it would be lost to time. Things were not looking good when it came to dupe accounts, and many in the account community began to worry, rightfully so, about the future of these rare usernames. But soon, their questions would be answered and their fate would be sealed. November 5th, 2021. As the account community silently continued on with its business, mostly concerned with a wave of recent cape discoveries and new support employees, someone at Mojang was working on something sinister. A purge of Minecraft duplicate accounts. It started slowly at 2:48 Eastern Time, with 343's prename account being changed to tempname001. A few minutes later, another dupe was changed, from Abdullah to tempname002. And over the next 4 hours, a total of 17 duplicate accounts were purged in the exact same way. But the most incredible part about this is, nobody noticed. See, even with 17 accounts being purged, most of them were completely inactive accounts, and the ones that were still in use weren't really being played on daily since they had mostly become collectors accounts. Different was probably the only exception to this, and I still don't really know why the owner didn't speak up. Maybe he wanted to see if the problem could be fixed, maybe he didn't notice, maybe he did tell someone and I just didn't see. Regardless though, nobody seems to have said anything. About a tenth of all known dupe accounts were suddenly purged, and it was as if nothing happened. A day passed, then 2 days, then 3, and still nobody said a thing. But the silence would soon be broken, and not by a player. Mojang came back, and Mojang did it again. Another 17 accounts, an oddly specific number, purged over the course of over 3 hours. And this time, we noticed. My Discord, the X in a Box Discord, every friend group I was in exploded with the melancholy news. And I do mean melancholy. This was not a happy announcement. It wasn't even out of curiosity. Each and every person that I saw say something about it was just sad. This helps nobody, it just hurts an incredibly interesting piece of history in the game. The worst part is, we genuinely don't know why this is happening. If Mojang announced something and said they were clearing out names that didn't meet the requirements, it would definitely still be a very sad situation, but it wouldn't come with the confusion and paranoia that this sudden purge has brought on everybody. From the looks of it, this purge isn't organized at all. I mean, nothing here really suggests that any actual forethought was put into this. The purge is going slow, incredibly slow, and I mean, I'm all for keeping the dupes around as long as possible, but it really seems like they're being a bit tedious about this. It's not very consistent either. There were 2 days in between where nothing happened at all, and the names are being purged out of order, and they're even skipping some names. It makes no sense. And worst of all, since nobody at Mojang has made a single comment about this that I know of, I honestly don't think they all even know about it. Just looking at the times that all the names were changed, it really looks like it's just one guy doing all this for God knows what reason. Dupes are being name changed, lost forever, and no one can do anything about it. It's a terribly sad situation, and right now we can really only hope that they stop early. But considering we've already lost almost a quarter of all dupe accounts, it seems like the end is near. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I didn't depress you too much. I am genuinely pretty sad about this, since dupe accounts are something I've been really interested in for years, and if they're actually all about to just not be a thing anymore, that's gonna be pretty heartbreaking. It's fairly likely that I missed something here. This entire video was thrown together in just 2 days because I really wanted to get it out quickly for you all, so if anyone has any knowledge on what's happening that I didn't cover here, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I think it's also worth mentioning that there's been a bit of speculation on how Mojang is strategically changing the names based on activity, or whether an account is legacy or not, but I don't think that's been confirmed yet since we haven't really gotten any public statements from Mojang about this whole situation. Still, something to keep in mind. Otherwise, I don't really have much else to say, so thank you for watching and have a good one. Peace.